Sooner Scoop HD.
How much can be done on as far as like scouting for Notre Dame here coming in just the next 24 hours?
Well, there'll be a lot of video play, a lot of all that stuff. I mean, we got to spend a lot of time doing what we do, the stuff we get in the scouting report together. So it'll be fun to do that.
It's kind of for you guys, I guess. It's doing what you got you here, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep with your same identity in what you do. I mean, you got to hopefully that you can play good catch and execute your game plan. I mean, basically, that's what we're going to do.
Is there always a little bit of wonderment as far as how they're going to perform on a big stage? And obviously, when you jump out of the gates like you did yesterday, kind of can.
Well, we try to score early. I mean, that's the biggest thing that we try to do, and try to take the pressure off the pitcher as much as we can. That's kind of been our philosophy of late, and so keep doing that and doing things that playing good catch is the biggest thing for me, and throwing strike one and executing our game plan and trying to get on leadoff hitters on base.
What are some challenges with this schedule? Obviously, baseball players, preacher have usually play one right after the other, the off days in between. And what kind of unique challenges is that?
Well, no different than today, just to get them out of bed and wait, do a little weightlifting, do a little BP, throw bullpens, stuff like that. Kind of the same routine that we would in practice as much, just not on a game-like scale, so to speak.
Is there such thing as getting, a goal of a day like today when you're having a light practice like this? And you're like, what's the main thing you're trying to get out of today?
Just to get their body moving. That's the biggest thing. From the night sleeping, I'd rather them come out here for a little bit and then go back to the hotel and do what we have to do, watch the game, stuff like that. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Get them out of bed. Trevin likes to sleep a lot, so and we want to make sure we get him out of bed.
What is just as far as Brett's absence? He filled such a role for you guys at the DH.
Yeah, Brett's gotten better every week. That's the thing that really watched him as he's gone through the last month. His bat's gotten better every week. His contact rate's gotten better every week. His chase rate. So it's going to put us back a little bit, but it's the next man up, and you never know who's going to get the most important at bat or make the most important pitch at this time of year. You just don't know that. You can't. I mean, if you would, you future whatever they call them, but I'm just telling you, you never know. And I think in 2014 we had a guy that threw every 16 days. And he was like the guy, and we didn't know that coming into it. You wish and you hope these guys would, but that's what's awesome about baseball. The next guy up, you never know what's going to happen. They've got to all be prepared. Everybody on this roster's got value. If it's pulling for your teammate, if it's holding each other accountable in practice time, whoever's on this roster, even Brett can play a big role now. I mean, he's going to pull for these guys, make sure that he has positive comments to the guys on bat that are playing. Come in there, amen. Keep grinding out, keep grinding bats out. I mean, Diego's played a big role in Bennett. He sits with him during the game, talking to him about pitches, talking to him about executing pitches and stuff like that. So everybody's got value.
I think you guys talked a lot about the chemistry of this club, but even yesterday after Jimmy's home run, I think Jarrett's the first one out of the dugout. And things could have gone really south for him as far as not seeing the mound as much.
No doubt. I mean, I've said it all year long, and I tell Jarrett, I mean, just finish the race, man. Finish the race. You're gonna play an important role. We know he's a strike thrower. This is where he is gonna really prevail at times. We had him getting loose in the bullpen yesterday a little bit, so he's got to continue to keep grinding and keep visualizing what he needs to do and getting accomplished.
You used a few players yesterday in Brett's role. Is that the strategy moving forward? Trying to get an idea of who was.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. I mean, you gotta make three players into one at sometimes. Especially in a DH role. And I just didn't want Horton to get hurt. I mean, I was worried about him on the base. They're picking, he's diving back. I'm like, I hope he doesn't get hurt.
Sure.
With the exception of Matt Sandlin coming out of the bullpen for the first time, it looked like your pitching plan yesterday went according to.
I wanted to get him out there because what he can bounce back where Kay couldn't bounce back, and it really gets him out on the mound for the third start. It gets him acclimated to the environment. That's what kind of we wanted to do. It didn't go as smooth as we planned, but in this time of year, you never know what's going to happen. You got to deal with the adversity, and it makes some men break, it makes other break records. So you got to deal with the adversity, and that's what's awesome about baseball. Every day is a new day.
while you got a quality start, and then you got obviously a quality close, two and 2/3.
Yeah, I mean, Trevin's really been a blessing all year long. You know, we trust him. He can do three things that we think closers should do: is he'll throw 2 pitches for strikes, he'll hold runners, and he'll field his position. And so that's been the biggest key for us, and he's comfortable in that role. He's a hybrid. He can start, he can throw middle relief, he can finish a game from the 4th inning on.
Is that as close to a plan as you're going to have with 5, 6 innings, 7 innings, hopefully, out of your starter?
No, I'd rather him go 9 innings and throw about 100 pitches, but that's what we envision. But you never know what's going to happen. You just got to next man up, go out there and go with your strengths. And the only thing you can control is throwing the ball to the target. You can't make them swing and miss. You just can throw the ball to the target, and that's it.
Okay, tomorrow or Cowboy hat?
We got Horton will be going tomorrow.
Sooner Scoop HD.